Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Vaidya's Chess Hub. And today is Wednesday, the day when I shall play a slow game with classical time controls. And the way we will deal with the game is, of course, for study purposes, but we will have some points shortlisted and we will conduct the game strictly on the basis of those points. All right. So, by the way, those who are still busy with their exams, all the best. Those who are done with their exams, well, great work. Jay is with us. Hello, Jay. Kalyani, hello. Hitesh, very good evening. Mohit, welcome. Saumitra, good evening. Welcome. I hope all the exams, that is all the tests were good for you. And then, oh, Vihang is here. Well, then I am annoyed. Vihang is here? Ooh, then who did not do the work of posting details for the tournament? Isn't it Vihang or is it Jay? Who is the culprit for today? People say that there was no tournament update. Hmm. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Okay, thanks for joining in, Chinmay. Thanks for joining in. Rupak is here. Rupak will have to leave exactly at 7. He has got studies later. Itesh says, little exams finished. Okay, so you should say that some tests are done. Some papers are still remaining. Hello, big hello to Shreyan Godbole. Jay is saying it's Vihang's tournament today, so maybe Vihang is the one who is culprit. Vihang, what's that? Why was there no update for the tournament? You're here to say hello, sir. Maybe tease the other students or what? Mohit is saying that his tests are in progress. Hello, Rutu. Rutu, you probably were checkmated by Bhargav and he wants me to check out that game. I've not done that yet, but I will. And by the way, the thing is, I have heard news that post Diwali, government wants to start with schools and coaching institutions slowly but steadily post Diwali. So then, well, in the second half of November, things could get better. If not, then at least in the month of December, where things should in some way come back to normal. We all hope for the best, guys. Hope for the best. Lisan, hello, very good evening. Welcome. We hung some comments waiting for you, man. Some comments, huh? Some comments. You're supposed to. Come on, then. Come on now. You're supposed to create the update, right? And please read the notifications. Omkar sir is going to play. That's a big update, guys. That's a big update. Oh, that's a big update, I'm telling you. So the time control will be 15 plus 15, maybe 30 plus 0. Let's see how that goes. Yep. You have the moves there on the top. Forced sequence, hanging pieces, developmental, strategic move, waiting move. Last time I remember, not the last time, maybe the Wednesday before that, we had this hanging pawn on g7 we never took. It was the Danish gambit. So today, before the move, before every move, let's go through all the 5 points so that we don't miss out on something. Here is something important that I wanted to share with you. Tomorrow, there could be a holiday because of some household work. So I am not 100% sure about it right now. That's why there is no information on WhatsApp as of now. But I repeat that there could be a holiday. Please type in the chat duly noted if you have listened to this. It's likely that there could be a holiday for tomorrow's session. Friday there will be a tournament as usual. There's no compromise on that. And after this live session, I'll create the link for Friday's tournament. I'll pass the details to Omkar sir as well. The holiday will be confirmed later on WhatsApp. I will tell you about tomorrow. But I'm it's likely that tomorrow we'll have a holiday. Okay. Vihang said something. Vihang says he has an eye infection. Okay. No, wait. No. Don't do anything, Vihang. Wait. Relax. All the people can watch the game today. There is no problem. Vihang, we are with you. Take care. Please take care. Don't worry about it. Get well soon. Please let us know on WhatsApp that there is nothing to worry. Please tell us. Hello, Pooja ma'am. Hello, Saurish is here. Hi. All right. So, people, everybody is here to watch the game today. I am super excited, and so are you. But yes, I will say it again for the people who have just joined in because it is .6 right now. Tomorrow there is a chance that there might be a holiday. I will let everybody know on WhatsApp. But just bear in mind that I have already said so in advance. Friday's tournament will be as usual. In fact, after this live stream, I will immediately create a link for that and post it on our group. Okay? 966, 34 more subscribers. Well, that's fantastic. 34 more. Well, hopefully by the end of this year, well, there could be more subscribers easily because then people would inquire at the hub and they're likely are new subscribers. And everybody is now online. So everybody probably has got their own commitment to studies. People are not that free, although they are online. So we will have it by the end of this year. I hope to reach 1K. Let's hope we get massively close to that at least, if not hit 1K. All right, people, time to start. Let's search for an opponent. Just bear in mind what I've told you about the holiday for tomorrow. We'll create a game. 15 plus 15 should be fine. If there is time, we will do tactical positions. If there is time. Depends on when the game ends. We have a 25 plus 0. I think I'm interested. 25 plus 0, I'm interested. It's not exactly 30. But hey, come on, isn't that fair? I will say it's fair. The rating is evenly matched. The rating, I repeat, is evenly matched and the game has started. We are dealing probably with a Nimzo Indian here. Depends on now what he plays. Knight D2 is not the greatest move I've seen here. Vihang says in the chat, and I am reading that, nothing to worry. Doctor has given me the eye drops. I'll be fine. He is saying he's fine already. Oh, that's great. That is great news, Vihang. That is great news. I'm happy. Very happy. Okay, so knight d2, I was saying that that's not the greatest move ever. Probably wants to exchange this knight and bring this one in f3. I'm not sure. I think the best idea is to play solid. If it's not controlling d5, well then let's put a pawn on d5. I repeat that before every move, we will check out the details about the move. I've told you that. Looks like our opponent is someone who plays fast. Good for us. Develop knights before the bishop. But hey, do we want this knight on d7 or c6 is not yet clear. That's not yet clear. So let's get this bishop out of the blocks first so that we can push e6 and then decide whether we want to go knight c6 or d7, and then the bishop would also be able to come out. The opponent has blocked his bishop. That is 100% correct. So far, there is no hanging piece. As far as our opponent is concerned, there is no forced sequence. So development is probably our next move. Even for now, that is how it will work. I think e6 is what we can deal with right now, because still it's not clear where we want our knight. And often after the move e6, well, c5 becomes a very attractive move. Our opponent has used only 30 seconds of his time. Remember, this is plus 0. Now, the Caro-Kann setup can be reached. Vihang is right. After c6, knight d7, e6. That setup is, of course, possible. No doubt about that, guys. So far, again, I will say nothing is hanging. Now, our opponent has played that probably with the intention to go b4, bishop b2. He doesn't want to develop it this way. Anyway, it would be useless. So, wants to fianchetto most probably. Well, if that's the case, then why don't we go for c5 and try to hit the center immediately? That can be done, and I want to play proactively. If he takes, I will take with the bishop. Well, let's see what he does. No hanging pieces, no force sequence. Yes, the exchange has happened, and with the semi-open c file, we've managed to reach with the bishop. The bishop has been challenged. We all knew that he was going to play b4. That's not a big issue. I don't see that as a big issue because I have bishop b6, if required bishop c7 followed by queen d6, and there is always threat on h2 later. The question now that the point I'm pondering upon is whether to go bishop d6 or bishop b6. Some people have gone through our opponent's profile and he has played 1,000 games in classical. That's a huge experience. 1,000 classical games is a huge experience. That's no joke. Hello Pragya. Oh, you're late. OMG. Vihang wants us to go bishop e7 directly, because he says that if bishop b2 puts pressure on the bishop, will not be able to move the queen quite so freely. So bishop e7 is what he thinks. Mohit says bishop b7, bishop c7, queen d7 idea works. Nobody so far for bishop d6. I'm surprised. Nobody says bishop d6 so far. The advantage of keeping the bishop on this diagonal is that at some stage we can play a5 and put serious pressure on b4. That can be one idea. If we keep that bishop along the diagonal. Dishan says that bishop d6 is no problem for me probably. But he agrees more with Vihang about bishop e7. What's the merit of bishop e7? Tell me. Why not occupy d6, which is like a long-term location? Or even bishop b6? Agreed, bishop e7 is an okay kind of a square. But Vihang is saying that queen c7, knight g5 could put more pressure on the h2 and c2 that is hanging. Well, yeah, that's why we had this semi-open c file. Or that there is no doubt about. There is no doubt about. That's why I exchanged the pawns in c5. Good question, Radhesh. There is no tournament today. Everybody is here because Vihang was not well. Vihang, next time you are not well, you should say so in the WhatsApp group, so that Jay could have or somebody else could have taken on that responsibility. Next time, please remember that and type in the chat, okay, sir, if you have understood my point. Well, I am in a mood to consider bishop e7 for the purpose of being able to move the queen freely. Okay, the queen should be able to move freely on c7, not having to babysit the knight on the square f6. So I think that is more likely. Castling, I believe, is the first move I am thinking about right now. Nothing is hanging. For him, the bishop on b7 is, but there is no chance of attacking or putting pressure on that bishop right now. If he wants to give his bishop for the knight, is welcome. He is welcome to do that. Vihang, waiting for your okay, sir, man. Just let me know if you've grasped that point. Now we can put pressure with queen c7. More likely rook or maybe push of pawn could happen. Yes, Ayush Chavan, you are late. That there is no doubt about. You are late. Now, we talk of hanging pieces. Well, now c2 is hanging. And I'm going to take with the queen, mind you. I'm going to take with the queen. I won't take with the bishop and allow him rook c1 pinning our bishop. Well, that happens many a times. Always better to take with a higher piece. And if he wants to exchange the queens, fine by me. Let's see what will happen. Although I must say, bishop takes c2 does attack the queen. Cannot deny that. But then if queen c1, again, the bishop is pinned. We don't want to allow any of those moves. For the first time, it looks like our opponent wants to think. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. For the first time, I don't think he's thought for so long on any one move before this. What say, guys? Ooh, prophylactic move. Already rook c1. The bishop on b2 is not that sad, Vihang, because it has the longest diagonal to operate. There is pawn on a3 and bishop rook on c1, but it's active along the other diagonal. So now we can go for the moves like rook c8, and then I really don't see a way for him to continue. Rook c8. People want knight c6. Oh, c3 will definitely be good for us. Then that bishop looks ultra sad. If he puts the pawn on c3, well, then that bishop on b2 is a dead piece. This knight can go to d7 instead of c6. That's a point noted. So then we will have the freedom of which rook to put on the c8 square. So that's the advantage. Yes, we always have that move. If we play c3, man, that bishop on b2 is a dead duck. That bishop is a bad piece, and that's why look at what he has done. He has challenged the pawn. He says, okay, I want to get that pawn exchanged. Now, if we play rook ac8, he takes the pawn, we take the rook. No, it's protected by the bishop. It's protected by the bishop. Point noted. So, rook c8, that's not what I have in my mind right now. Rook c8 is sad right now. After the pawn push, sad. Queen b6 looks more likely. Queen b6 looks good. And then a5. Pragya says there is no network here. There were network issues with me as well in the morning and in the afternoon. Looks like the things sorted out. We can go for the exchange here. What say people? What say? But then that will allow him the open file. He'll gain... yeah, he's playing fast. But then the point is, he might be playing fast because of his experience. Let us not forget his experience, what our players have found out. Is there any way our pawn can progress? I don't want to come with the queen back on d8. Pragya is awesome. She's saying knight bd7 now. I mean, come on. How is that possible now? I think queen d6 looks more probable and plausible. Let's do that. I don't want to go on b6 and then invite bishop d4 from him again. It looks more likely. D takes c4. If he plays the rook takes, I was not happy with that. So this is okay. Now I think what has happened is he's not taken on c4 or rather d5, and now my queen is free to come back on c7, put the rook behind it. I'm okay with this setup now. Let's see now. He has got a3, b4, c5. And we can start undermining by playing the move a5 on a serious note. Now he wants to have the bishop, which I don't intend to. Ooh, after that he wants knight b5. So I guess we should stop that first. If he wants to have the bishop, well, he can have the bishop. But I think we need to stop knight b5. No knight b5 nonsense. b6 is not good at all. Ooh, wow, b6. b6 is not good at all. I'm surprised even that came as a suggestion. He will push c6 if we play b6. No way. No way. No way. That cannot be tolerated. Cannot be tolerated. I think now this move is more or less forced with the other knight. No, Vyang is saying earlier. No, earlier. It's okay. That knight's going here to attack the pawn. How does that matter? How does that matter? Okay. No, I guess the pawn on d5 is hanging then. Yeah. How about the move g6? I don't want to move the knight. It's protecting the pawn. I've already highlighted that. How about putting queen c6? But that will invite knight d4. Yeah, let's put this rook. The question is, do I want this rook on d8 or do I want the rook a on d8? Which rook on d8 is a matter to be thought. Because this rook can be put on c8 as well at some stage, if required. I'm not sure, but if required. Rook f d8, huh? Now let's put this rook here. There's less play here. There's more play on the king side. And after that, I want to move my knight out of the way. Mind you, if the bishop takes this, my knight will take this, continuing the support on the d5 pawn. He has castled. Ooh, this is tempting. Is it? But not before I play this. Then go with this. What say, guys? What say? Our opponent is really playing fast. Either is very, very strong or is just playing carelessly. I don't know. One of the two things when a player plays fast. We are almost down to half of the time now. Yes, 13 minutes. Lag? No, there's no lag on my side, right? There is some lag. Ooh, there is some lag. You're right. And I told you about the problem in the morning. I think it's resurfaced. We don't want this to happen, guys. But I think it will get sorted. I don't think it's a big lag. It's only a small lag. I think it should get sorted soon. The issue should get sorted soon, guys. Okay, so the move is queen to c2, attacking the pawn. He's no longer attacking d5 anyway, so well, let's do this. I want to put my knight on c6 anyway. Want to get the bishop exchanged maybe. Vyang is saying it has been sorted, and let me see if I have the confirmation. Yes, I have the confirmation. The lag has been sorted. 100%. Thanks for the update, Vyang. The lag has been sorted. In such a situation, it is not that bad. You know, at times just to go for this move g5, g4. I've seen games like that. But you don't want the bishop then there. So we are going to go for this push. Let's see if he wants to exchange that bishop. Yeah, that's important, guys. Positive. People have acknowledged that yes, it has been sorted. There is no lag anymore. Okay. This position has been reached by our opponent very quickly in a matter of 5 minutes. So maybe he has played this before, and also his experience shows that he is quite qualified to play. His ID doesn't mention his country, right? Anyone who has mentioned, ooh, on Friday, my birthday. Why are you leaking it right now? The information. Jai is the one to keep a track record of that, right? Come on, Vihang. Why did you do that? Shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? Well, now I understand this. He wants to just make our knight move so that be he can win the pawn on f5. It's quite strange. Very strange. Really? Nah, not interested. So I probably will do this. Because anyway, I want to protect the f5 pawn. Yeah. I mean, I could easily go back and go again on g5. Could easily do that. Or g4, sorry. Yeah, so you should not have said that. That's all I'm saying. Jay has those details. Now he has stopped our ideas of knight g4, but I think he has weakened this pawn on e3. For sure, that has happened. For sure. The question is, do we go knight g5? Do we go knight f6? What do we do with that? Where can the knight be more fruitful? Can go with the knight on to g5 and then on to e6. That's one possibility. Don't wish him happy birthday in advance, guys. Wow, Jay is very particular. Look at that. It's a Microsoft Excel prepared for the purpose. How great is that? How great is that, huh? Let's go knight g5. Opponent is ultra fast. My idea is to remember that this mate can be stopped only by the move f6, and so there will be some protection for e6. I want to rush in knight c6 immediately. This knight is not looking great for us, guys, because after this pawn pushes, he has this mighty knight e6 move. I'm telling you that. So it is high time that we put the knight to meaningful square and get rid of this knight. If he doesn't want to exchange it, we want to exchange it. That's it. Before the rook, I want to put the knight on c6. This knight on d4 is not looking great for us. So Pragya, instead of saying develop the rook which is castled, you should say the rook on f5 or the rook on f8. You can say like that. Instead of saying develop the rook that has castled. Oh, great, he has gone back. Oh, great, he has gone back. How good is that? Terrific. That's awesome. That's what you want. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, I think now the plan is quite simple. He just wants to put the queen here, threaten checkmate. That's what he wants. But I believe that we can always play knight c6 first, play f6 later. Can we do that? I want to be able to play f6. He will play the queen c3 move. I can play f6, stopping the checkmate. He has more time. He has 6 minutes more. He's been playing fast right from the start. I have to say his experience is showing. Why not? I would like to believe that. 100%. And after 1,000 games, he is holding his 1900 rating in classical. Well, that shows his class. No problems. By the way, I didn't get any comments about the December schools. And by the way, guys, what about your tuitions, your home tuitions? What about them? Do you go for any kind of home tuitions? I think they can start at the earliest, is it not? Like, come on, then that can start. I guess so. Let me know any updates about them, especially those who go for home tuitions. You can easily start because social distancing can be maintained unless your parents don't want to send you. Let me know. Well, he has played a4. The intention is very, very simple and easy to understand. Wants to push b5. Wants to push it. Wants to push it. Pawn is hanging. Is there anything we can do actually? Is it not? We want to make sure we are. This move will be bad because of f4, mind you. Attack 3 times, defended twice. Do something about that. How about putting f4 ourselves here? Wouldn't that be good? Let's do it. Anyway, let's do it. Nice. Let's do it anyway. Only online, no home tuition, says Vihang. Some of you might be going for home tuitions. I didn't say all go for home tuitions. I'm saying some of you might be going for home tuitions. I believe that that's the place where social distancing can be maintained properly. So I guess that those places, and if I'm not wrong, in the news, I did hear of a few places where the teachers have started conducting the home tuitions. It was in the news. Yes, started. Pragya Dikshit is saying started. It's there. Really? Started? Let's go here, right? If you go here, he has a pawn push. So obviously I'll have to take for sure. That's one. And then put my knight on a very awkward square. How about attacking his queen right now? Is it still attacked 3 times? I have a pawn, but I don't have the time to take the pawn. That is the tragedy. So the knight comes all the way back to where it was. Ooh. If he takes it, I'm going to take with the queen for sure. If he does that. Let's see what's up. Now, the thing is, our opponent has played in a way that he is not allowed our pieces the freedom. White definitely has more space here. You have to agree. White has a lot of space advantage. A lot of space advantage here. You have to accept that. And now he has played the pawn move. So he is saying that I want your pawn no matter what. I'm prepared to give him this pawn. I'm willing to give him that pawn. And then take on e3. Let's see how that works. So e5, yeah, queen e5. Guys, another thing is, also let me know, now this question is not for Pragya. The most important thing is, what about your preparations for Diwali? Guys, nobody's commenting on that. Comments, people, especially boys. Are you helping with the cleanliness stuff? That's a big thing. Guys, that's a big thing. Preparation, cleanliness. How is the cleanliness campaign going on? Comments. Always something special. The cleanliness drive. Hey, Swaroop C is here. Yes, Swaroop C is here. Hi, Swaroop C. Welcome. So, what's up in Thane? People are out on the streets and buying and shopping and everything. By the way, I believe Saumitra is with us. Vardhan was telling us that in Pune, people have forgotten Corona. I believe they're on the streets. They shouldn't do that actually, but they are in full festive mood and fervor already. No bursting crackers. Why? Okay, fine. I agree that you should control pollution, but well, if you restrict the amount, yeah, that will make a difference. Mohit Patil is saying, I help my mother. Guys, unfortunately, we cannot take this pawn because it's supported 3 times. That will be sad. Now, is there a way our queen can be attacked one more time is what I'm watching. Otherwise, I'll go for this knight a6 move. Let's see. Mission clean house starts tomorrow right away. Oh, no corona in Thane. Okay, no corona in Thane. No corona in Thane. That's a big surprise. No corona in Thane. I'm surprised. No corona in Thane. Well, I think he has successfully trapped our queen here. Goodbye, queen. Goodbye, queen. We actually had a chance to come back with the queen in the game and escape, but we went for greed of the pawn on c5. Ah, the tragedy, catastrophe, calamity, whatever you want to call it. That's not fair. OMG, that's not fair. Yes, Swaroop I have understood that. Swaroop is saying, yes, out of sarcasm, 100%. Corona is getting worse, says Sultan. Okay, I also have seen in the news that the European nations have been hit by the second wave. OMG, the second wave, at least as if the first was not enough. The second wave, huh? But of course, it's not, it's not the time to become careless for sure. Shouldn't be careless. Shouldn't be. Mohit is saying, I'll go to my mama's house, his uncle's house, and he will burst crackers. Of course you can, but restrict the amount of crackers you burst. Come on. It's festive season. Focus on sweets, buying gifts, take blessings of the seniors. Light as many diyas as you can because it's a festival of light. Let's not forget that. Gift your sisters. Those are the things. Well, Sultan says, I have finally broken history, sort of. Didn't know why he's talking about that. By the way, Saumitra, what's normally the part of your mission clean house? Please update us. What is your mission clean house? Swaroop says, me and mom making chiuda now. My favorite. My favorite as well. Same here. I like that. I like that, man. 100%. Well, there is little for us to play in this game, I'm telling you. Unfortunately, we blundered the queen here. Unfortunately, we were a pawn up and we messed it up big time. Unfortunately, we have messed up this situation. Very soon, I will resign this. and we will go to tactics. I would love to analyze this game before we go to tactics, because we were a pawn up. We took the pawn with a check, let's not forget. And we had the square to come back, or rather on e6, and then later save our queen. But we actually, the greed, you know what? The greed hit us. We played knight a6 thinking that we will attack this pawn more, then the life will be good. But no, that wasn't to be. There is little for me left to play in this game. I will resign it. I will resign this game, guys. I don't want to play any further. Okay, now we are doing some analysis. And well, let's see. You may not be able to see the full board, but I will see the full board and I'll comment later. The game was perfectly in line and in play, but computer suggests that a5 should have been pushed earlier. That was one of our plans. Well, after the move a6, computer says that the things were not looking bright and great. And now when we won the pawn, we had a chance to come back in the game. He suggests knight c6, not saving the queen. So let's see if he would have done that. It was still leading for white. So let's see what's the breakthrough here. Right in the opening phase, the exchange on the c was good, he says. Bishop on e7 was also perfect. So Vihang suggested that. Castling was good. The computer for the first time doesn't like queen c7 immediately. He says that the move a5 was good. Computer suggestion is a5. And he did not like the rook in front of the queen suggested by Pragya earlier. But okay, all in all, fine, no problem. I have no problems with that. Let's start with the tactics. Please remember what I said about the tactics. Rather, about the holiday tomorrow, not about the tactics. About the holiday tomorrow, guys. I will officially declare on our WhatsApp group about the holiday. By the way, how many people love the Karanji? No comments on that. People who love Karanji. That's definitely on the menu, right? Along with Chakli. Comments. The first one is white to play. Seniors, white to play. Let's try to push that red mark away. You don't see that red mark, right? Let me see if you can see that red mark. No, you don't see that red mark. Let us try to get as many positions correct as possible. Modak is my favorite, of course, but it's not Ganesh festival. My favorite is Modak, no doubt about it. I have made the adjustments. Now you can see all the files. Rook b8. Suggested by Ayush. Rook b8 has been suggested. Seniors, do you like the move Rook b8? I repeat, Modak is my all-time favorite as well, but it's not Ganesha festival. I think Jay has used autocorrect again today, so the spelling has changed. And by the way, good Swaroop, it is awesome to read that you are helping your mother with something related to food. Normally, the responsibility of the boys is cleaning fans and try to reach the inaccessible areas for mama. 100%. Let me know what you think of that. The boys are supposed to reach the inaccessible areas like the loft, the fan, the attic, the areas under our couch or sofa. Man, also it's interesting what assignment your dads get. That's also interesting. Guys, it's very interesting when it's Diwali, the kind of work that you get, the kind of work that your dad gets, and the kind of work that your sister gets. Division of labor is what I call it. Division of labor. Rook b8, Chinmay says, rook b8, rook c8 then for defense, and then rook takes c8, queen takes c8, and again rook b1. OMG, really that good? Seniors, what is the line? Sultan, the way to play, if you want to play with me, the rapid is to play on Tuesday, man. Yesterday, we had the challenges by students. We have dedicated each day. So if you want to play with me, everybody does that on Tuesday. Tuesday is the day when I play, games with the challengers. Sarup says, my older brother does cleaning. Oh, you mean elder brother. Sarup, you should say elder brother. So your elder brother does that, huh? So Vihang is saying cleaning house, me and my dad making faral, sister and mother. Oh, so you and your dad is about, you go about cleaning the house, and making farar is done by sister and mother. Great, Vihang. That's nice. Soumitra, answer rook b8, rook c8, and rook b1 again, doubling the rooks. I think I'm going to go with that idea. Otherwise, I don't see there is any hanging piece. This is what it is. Let's go for it. Rook b8, rook c8, doubling of the rooks. He has played the pawn, so I think we are going to go for it. And after he takes rook b8, and then taking the queen. It is success. The next, please. The next one is again white to play. I repeat, it is again white to play. Okay, so Namish is saying that my one and Saumitra's answer is kind of same. Really, Namish? Really? Good to know that. By the way, yesterday when most seniors were not there, I was talking about how I intend that in the next month, let Molai sir also be playing on Friday. One of those Fridays along with Omkar sir. So that will make the battle intense. Next month, not this month. I intend to do that. It will be interesting. If he can also join us on Fridays, it's just that much more interesting. Swaroop is all praise for Soumitra for the correct answer, and that was perfect because we got the queen. And now here again it is white to play. Note that the bishop on f6 is pinned by the rook, it's pinned to the queen. Our king looks safe. Castling has been done. Black king, well, not so much. The hanging piece is the bishop on c8. Point noted. Soumitra says bishop c6 and then I don't remember. Well, I don't remember. So you've done this. Okay. So he's saying bishop c6 but later I don't remember. Why bishop c6? Why so? What's so good about that? You attack the rook. Fine. Duly noted. But the rook has a safe square to go. So why is bishop c6 so attractive? He will move the rook. And then how is that so great? Maybe, I think I know why that is so attractive, because then you can actually create the square, clear the square e4 for the knight. I repeat, what we can do, guys, is we can clear the bishop to c6 as Soumitra is saying. I think the logic behind that is to clear the square e4 for our knight to take, because then the knight and the rook both will be attacking the bishop and the bishop is pinned. Okay. If tomorrow, an interesting question by Itesh, if it's a holiday tomorrow, will you show my video? If it's a holiday, it's a holiday. I can't come online for the video. Why will I give a holiday if I'm in a position to do that? If I'm going to come online, well, I better take the lecture. So if it's a holiday, I won't show the video. We'll keep it for Sunday. Don't worry, I will show the video because Itesh has made a very good video. Very good indeed. So bishop c6 is correct, and I've played that. Your opponent has decided to play bishop b7. So now we can definitely go ahead and take the rook, I believe. What's it? We don't want to take the bishop. We want to take the rook. But definitely I want to do that, right? Why should I take the bishop? Later, of course, knight e4 is the part of my plan. If I do that, then the queen will, well, yeah, sure, that can happen. But what say, guys? Now, should I take the rook or should I play the knight e4 move still, but then the bishop will take our bishop? We've got to take action on that. And if we play bishop takes b7, the rook will play, but the move knight e4 still stands good. Interesting choice. Taking the rook, but okay, if I take the rook, the queen will not be in pin anymore. So winning exchange, that's it. Let's do that. Success. Black to move in the next position. No, taking the rook was perfect. Solve the position. Okay, next one please. This is black to play. The point is that I will be visited by my Maushi, and so I'm happy. So let's hope that Diwali is great for all of us. But most importantly, real Diwali will begin the moment we are free from the clutches of this pandemic. It's really brought, a great deal of boredom for everybody. It's so boring, especially for you kids, children. I mean, the grown-ups are still busy with their work, but the kids really bore the brunt of it all, I must say. Guys, is it just as simple as e4 fork? That's it. I'm going to go for it. Okay, queen f6. And now there is this check. King h8 and queen g8 is checkmate. So what are you guys suggesting now? Guys, it's very important. Yes, there is a fork, but now should I just go about grabbing pieces or should I worry about the checkmate on g8 that follows? Yes, in the class we worship. There is great deal of puja. All the students know that. Then we I am actually dressed in kurta. That's the day when I don't don the uniform. That's awesome. So the answer is bishop g7. By the way, in the class, of course, Swaroop, there can be no crackers. But I remember the last year, what had happened is one of our students, not one of our students, quite a few students actually they got the Faral in the class, and it was quite funny. I think I have the photo. Maybe I'll ask even Tanuja ma'am about it, our manager. In fact, there were some photos. Students held Karanji in one hand and they were playing chess with the other. It was a very interesting, or maybe having those Rava Besan ladus. Students had brought those to the class and they were enjoying. So students are saying, oh, they're divided. Taking the rook is the best, says Jai. But Jai, aren't you overlooking what I've shown with the green arrow? Queen f7 check, queen g8. Or are you suggesting that we take the rook, then if he plays queen f7 check, then we block it with the bishop? Now Vyang has changed. Vyang has changed now. Vyang has changed. He earlier supported bishop g7. Okay. Sarup has liked the idea. 100%. Okay, what has he done? Oh, wrong answer. We failed the puzzle. Bishop G7 was correct. So Vihang, very bad. This one is for Vihang now. 100%. This one, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is for Vihang. Let me do it for Vihang, please. This is for Vihang. Vyang, bishop g7 was correct, and you changed it, and I played it, and the puzzle failed. Bishop g7, I showed you the threat. Oh, bishop g7 was correct. Oh, guys, don't. We are so in a mood for Diwali, but don't take your eyes off your goal. And now the students are like, I told you. Really, really. Okay, it's a check, mind you. Okay, that was the move that to be played. Now next one is also white to play. Now this time I want it correct. I want, Swaroop also said bishop g7. Did Swaroop change it later? No, he didn't change it. He did not change it. By the way, a lesson learned here, guys. A lesson learned here. Bishop g7 was right. And yes, Swaroop, you said it. You can have this analyzed later, I don't know. But yeah. We got the first move right, but not the continuation. We got the fork move right, but then you should not be so greedy taking the rook. You should be playing this bishop g7 first. Now queen takes a4, b takes a4, and rook takes c7. It's winning a rook. And now Soumitra says, it's no question of me not remembering it. It's just 100% the case. And I think that we are winning the rook here. Completely right. That's it. That's complete. Next one, please. It's white to play. Well, so far we've had all white to plays. No, Swaroop. White to play. Soumitra has cracked it, and I knew that that was the answer. Okay, now next one is again white to play. Notice that queen on e7 is a hanging piece. Love it when the strategy is based around hanging pieces. Wow, sure. Queen on e7 is hanging. The knight on e4. We have not castled. Queen is in line with our king. We will do two more positions. Guys, it wouldn't be a bad idea if I show Hitesh's video now. It's a 6-minute video. What say, guys? What say? I want to keep it for Sunday. Actually, I had not planned it for today. Let me know your views on that. Vihang says bishop e5. Go for it, sir. Because it's a fork. Bishop d5 is in demand. Because bishop d5 attacks the rook. It kind of double attacks this knight. Defended only once. I'm going to go for that. And we are definitely going to do this. Mission accomplished. Next position. And for the first time now, we have black to play. For the first time. Namish is okay that we can see the video today. Yes, I have 3 channels. You are absolutely right. Swaroop, that's interesting. That is very interesting. You found out of 3 channels. Well, in fact, 4 channels. Chess channel. I've got English grammar with Amaya sir. Then I have the share market Marathi. And then I have think better, live better. So let's call that 4 channels. I've got 4 channels. And now I have a question for Swaroop. Since he's known this about the channels, have you watched the videos on those channels? Let me know. It's interesting you did your research, by the way. Vyang says, show the video today. Okay, so after this position, we watch the video. Sunil Nikam is here. Share market channel link, please. First of all, Sunil Nikam, you're welcome to the channel. Didn't see you earlier in the chat. Where are you from, sir? Please tell us something about yourself. Guys, Jai, if you can, by the way, for the share market channel, I believe there are only 2 videos because it's for share market in Marathi. So there are only 2 videos, but they are good videos. I'm telling you, they clear the basics. So you can start with those uh, 2 videos. He is from PCC, all right. But then you should definitely know, man. If Jai, you can find the link for that, share it with Sunil Nikam. Guys, you want to see Itesh's video, then you better finish this fast. What's the move? What's the answer here? Look at the clutter of the opponent's pieces in our camp. The knight's on h7. The bishop's protecting on f5. The rook is on h5. Ooh, I saw your subscriptions. Okay. You learned about them. What about watching the video? I asked you that, Swaroop. Knight takes f5 seems logical, but not the pawn taking. Ooh. Is that because you want a piece for the king or want to avoid doubling of pawns? What say? You don't want to double the pawns? That's why. I mean, if you want to take the bishop, you can take with the e file pawn as well, right? So why are you why are you insisting on knight takes f5? Saurish also agrees. Knight takes f5, he says. Vihang now has an opposite opinion. Now this is interesting. I love it. When the students are divided, then it becomes a matter of who wins it. So Vihang says e takes f5 is okay. Some people are saying knight takes f5 is okay. Now you got to support it with reasons why you think so. Is knight is hanging on h7. That's why. Well, yeah, sure. We know why to take the bishop. But Vihang, the question. Oh, Swaroop says, I like that English channel. But I had a live session just before the chess lecture on the English channel today itself. The idea of the English channel is, of course, that I'm an English teacher as well, along with being a chess coach. And I'm into share market. So those are the channels dear to me. Good, Swaroop. Thank you. I was exercising. Datta, you were exercising. 100% this one is for Datta. Datta is exercising. Datta was exercising. OMG. We have a lecture to do, but this guy says he was exercising, huh? Okay, how can he protect the knight if we are going to take with the pawn or with the knight? How much difference does that make? Somebody, after queen g4, you have knight g7 or rook g7. Okay, that's why you want to take it with the knight. Alan, when did you come to say bye? It's funny. It's funny. Alan is here. He was watching it. Now he's saying bye. Alan, you never said hi. Did I miss your hi? Oh, I didn't see your hi, but I definitely got your bye. What's that? What's up? Okay, so there you go. Soumitra, now they are saying you take with the pawn because queen g4 check is immediately stopped because of the pawn. Alan, you're here, but first of all, you should have said hi, man. Puzzle failed. Knight takes f5 was correct, followed by the check, and now you have rook g7. And then you play the move. It's still not over. Then you play king f7. Then you get the full point. Guys, I shouldn't be listening to you when I know the answers. I trust you and then that's not fair. That is so not fair. We got 2 wrong. We got 4 right, but we got 2 wrong. That's not fair. Guys, it is almost 7. We wanted to watch Itesh's video, but watching it hastily will make little sense. Because it's a long video. I have already said it's a 6-minute video and I have to stop at 7. Again, you all know there is work to do. Again, I will say that there is, in all likelihood, there is going to be holiday tomorrow. I won't be there tomorrow. It's not yet 100% confirmed. I shall confirm that on WhatsApp. But I'm just letting you all, know that there is such a possibility. Should know that. Okay, we will stop for now. Please and continue to help your family members. Take care. If we don't meet tomorrow, we will meet on Friday for the tournament. Omkar sir is playing. So have your preparations. I will create the tournament link immediately after this live stream is over. So join promptly. Don't wait. Some students wait till Friday to join. Don't do that. Okay? Please don't do that. Bye for now. Thanks for joining, everybody.